Hello and welcome to CadoinkStudios. I am Cadoink, and today, spawning in the top left of Entombed Valley, we have one of my all-time favorite players, favorite Terran players especially, EmpireKas, spawning as the blue Terran, and in the bottom left, his opponent is mouzCCMaNa, the red Protoss, an excellent Protoss, currently in Korea trying to make his way up through the GSL Codes. He didn't do too well last season, and he didn't place this season, but I think he's still trying. Finished school, and now he wants to pursue StarCraft absolutely full-time, and the best way to do that is in Korea, really. You're playing with the best of the best there. So, I do believe this game is from the GD Invitational, Asus ROG. I'm not quite sure. I know it's from the GD Invitational, but I'm not quite sure where it lies in the tournament. I believe this is game number 2 between these two. I don't know how the first game panned out. The first game was on Entombed Valley, kind of an odd map. I kind of wanted to do a more standard map, wanted to do Entombed Valley. And yeah, so thought it looked good, downloaded it, and we'll see how this game pans out, if it's exciting or not. Looks like mouzCCMaNa doing pretty much the usual thing. He's getting up his gateway, he's chrono boosting out his probes, and I'm interested to see what kind of play he'll be going for. Will he get the second gas? Will he be going for a 1-gate expand, something that's very common in PvT? There are a lot of various things that he can do in this matchup. On the other hand, the Terran player, I feel like, is probably going to go for a more standard 1-Rax expand. Looks like he's not getting that 15 gas, which is a possible build. And of course did not go for the 13 gas, so he will be going for an expansion. And then we'll see what he follows that up with. I suspect it will be kind of a 3-Rax into quick medevacs. It's been something that's very, very popular in TvP lately. It's a great build, to be honest. Something that I do on the ladder all the time. And so he's going to be sending down his SCV in order to build that command center, and also scouting around with this SCV. And it looks like he's going to be going straight for Mana's base. He's going to see exactly what's going on. He's going to see the second gas, which is actually a big deal. It'll tell him what it can be and what it can't be. A few things you want to be looking for when you go into a Protoss player's base. You want to see whether they have 2 gas, and you also want to see where they're going to be spinning that chrono boost. For example, if the chrono boost was going on the gateway, and then eventually on the cybernetics core, might indicate a little bit of an earlier aggression. If it's going on the nexus, then seems to be that the Protoss player would want to be going for more of a economical play. So yeah, we'll just have to see how that pans out. Looks like we have the second Rax going down. I wouldn't be surprised to see a third follow. And he's sending some Marines across the map just to deal with this probe and maybe take the watchtower. These sort of things. His command center about a little over halfway done. And there's the third Rax, as I said before. Mana, on the other hand, he's getting his Stalker up. It looks like he's putting chrono boost into the gateway, wants to have that out quickly. I don't really see too much of an aggression. I think this early second gas is going to be kind of an indicator of early tech. In fact, I imagine he might be hiding something around here, which I don't know if is a necessarily good decision or not. Yeah, he's not going to be hiding anything. Just going to be putting down 2 more gateways, and then I suspect a robo after that. 3-gate robo, something that's very common. Looks like the SCV was picked off before it was able to get up the ramp. So, what all has EmpireKas seen? He has seen the second gas. Oh, he didn't see this gas, so that's actually kind of a big deal. He thinks that Mana is only on 1 gas. And he's going for his 4th barracks, which I think is very interesting. Going to be going very, very marine heavy. Still hasn't even gotten his refineries up on either his main or his natural. So, we'll see what he does there. We have a pylon over here in the top middle of the map. Just do some warp-ins and some harassment. I love this bunker by EmpireKas. So often, the player will get a little bit greedy and not put this bunker down, and then lose to very, very early attacks. And looks like 3 gates have finished, and he decided to get the nexus before his robotics facility. Something you can do very safely, especially since you have these sentries out. You can, force field your ramp. These sort of things. Two sentries, I think, can cover this ramp, especially if they have full energy. And Warp Gate's going to be finishing up. He'll be changing these gateways into Warp Gates and just continuing to macro on. I think he is going to be going for a little bit of a safer, more macro-oriented build. And looks like he's going to be moving out, trying to put on some aggression. He has quite a bit of Marines. Looks like he's going to be bypassing the watchtower with his Marine army, just sending his SCV first to make sure that, you know, there's nothing seeing this army scoot by. In fact, this is very, very cool by EmpireKas, keeping the SCV right here so that the probe can't get vision. So the probe is going to be returning, and Mana doesn't know this is on the way. So this could be actually pretty huge. He could get up here and do a lot of damage to this Nexus. We have the Sentry and the Zealot moving forward. How much will Kaz be able to pick off, and will Mana be able to hold his natural? A bunker looks like it is going to be going down. This is so huge for EmpireKas. If he's able to pick up this expansion, it'll be a lot of damage done, but the Zealots are coming in. A nice force field going down, kind of trapping the Marines in a kind of odd position. And it looks like Mana is going to be able to clean this up. He's got his Sentry over here blocking off the reinforcements. It's a nice Guardian Shield, but it is picked off, and yeah, indeed, Mana is going to hold this just fine, no problem. EmpireKas will have to cancel this bunker. Is he going to do it? It looked like he didn't. It's kind of a blunder by EmpireKas. And now he's quite a bit ahead. Actually, if we look at the units lost tab, it is definitely in Mana's favor. And if we look at the income tab, we can see that EmpireKas is ahead, but now that this Nexus is done, chrono boosting out probes, Mana is going to shoot forward. Also, we can see that the supplies are still pretty even, so that's one thing in Kaz's favor. He is getting up his second bunker, just to make sure he doesn't die to the counter aggression that Mana is about to put on. He's probably going to have to pull some SCVs to repair. In fact, this might not even finish, which could be very, very bad. A lot of sentries here. Do they have energy is the question. Whoops, I am clicking the wrong thing. They do have energy for force fields, which can be so annoying. The bunker does finish though, and he will be able to repair that. So I think Kaz will hold this just fine. Mana's just going to keep the pressure here to keep these, well, SCVs are going to be returning to mining. One thing you can do is kind of keep feigning pressure, keep poking, and it'll continue to keep the SCVs from mining. Supply depot going down, that's just so annoying for EmpireKas. This observer, of course, getting vision. I'm sure Kaz would love to pick that off if he could. In fact, the observer's flying over right now. I don't know if there are any scans or if he even wants to use one on that. Oh, but a second observer as well. So, Mana on top of his observers, on top of everything. And it looks like he's just going to pull back. He has his third base on its way. He's getting double gas at his natural. I suppose he's going to be adding on some more gateways. He's also getting this double forge as well as the robotics bay. So, looks like a Colossus play coming out for Mana, which makes sense. Sounds like he's taking down these destructible rocks so he can just move back and forth. This is actually a very, very dangerous place for Protoss, because the Terran army can kind of park Vikings around here and restrict the Protoss's movement. It's very, very annoying for Protoss players, very, very nice for Terran. Finally, EmpireKas is adding on some Marauders into his army mix. It looks like he's got his third command center up, also getting some more tech labs and reactors. Finally getting his medevacs out. A little bit late, not super late. He could have gotten that out quite a bit earlier, but he wanted to opt for that earlier aggression that kind of didn't work. So Kaz is trying to play a little bit of a comeback game in that sense. However, the one thing in his favor is his supply is quite a bit ahead of Mana's. In fact, if we look here, his army is ahead and his workers are ahead, and that's, as I disable the sound, that's something that EmpireKas is very, very good at. His macro is absolutely phenomenal, whereas his multitasking is something he's said to struggle a little bit with. He's getting that double upgrades, +1, a little bit late as well. But overall, his army supply is looking nice, and hopefully he will see the robotics bay and start getting Vikings. Actually, he's already getting Vikings. He might have scanned. Yeah, he did indeed scan. He sees that the Colossi are on its way. So he's getting those Vikings a little bit preemptively, which is so nice. Also going to be doing a drop along the right side, but look at this. Mana is on top of it with some Stalkers here as well as a Sentry. Do a little bit of damage. He's also warping in some Stalkers up on this little high ground because the medevacs are scooting by. And it looks like medevacs will be pushed back. So great play by Mana. Factory coming in and landing. He does see the third base, and now it looks like he wants to be moving out. He has 2 Vikings. There are no Colossus on the way. Excuse me, there's 1 Colossus finish and 1 about halfway done. So there will be 2 Colossus probably when this army gets here. 2 Colossus is going to be very, very good, especially considering there are only 2 Vikings out on the map and no upgrades for them, as this armory is a little bit later. Then some players will get it. It looks like we had a little bit of a drop there. Not doing too much. EmpireKas moving forward, trying to pick off as many probes as he can. He's keeping the Vikings there to try to pick off the Colossi, but a lot of his army is being force-fielded and picked off. This is so bad for Kaz, his army being kind of split in half. He did kill a lot of probes. Looks like he will get this. Look at this pylon, kind of foolishly dropping his Vikings just to be killed. And these Marines will go down. So, supply still in Kaz's favor, actually. But his attack's not really doing that much damage. If we see here, he's only really... Oh, he's killed 12 workers, but at the 13-minute mark against Protoss, they can kind of chrono boost their workers out very, very quickly on 3 base. I think that Kaz hasn't done any serious kind of damage. A little bit oversaturated and is natural. Would like to see that move to his 3rd as well as his new 4th base. This pylon finally making a cameo in this game, just getting picked off, dying very, very quickly. Have 2 Colossi on the map, but Templar Archives on the way, as well as Blink just about finished. +2 attack and defense looks like it's on the way. Just about finished, actually. Kaz just now starting his, as well as +1 for his Vikings. And we have some cannons being placed in Mana's natural so that he can deal with any kind of drop aggression, getting a little bit supply blocked as well, as this pylon was killed by Kaz. So Kaz looks like he's in a good position. He's adding more barracks and a Ghost Academy. So transitioning into Ghosts is a very, very common thing to do. Once the Colossus card has been kind of played, Protoss is often switched to High Templar, which is what we see Mana doing. He's getting that Storm just now being started, and +3 attack, +3 defense. Looks like he wants to be putting on some aggression onto the 3rd base. This is morphing into a planetary. Will it finish in time? Looks like Terran Army moving forward. A huge engagement here. The Vikings doing a lot of damage to the Colossi as the Protoss' army is kind of in not so good of a position. EmpireKas moving a little bit of his Marines and Marauders forward, picking off 2 of the Colossi. The 3rd looks like it will go down, and this is so bad for Mana. This is exactly what EmpireKas needed, and yeah, Kaz is in a great position. We can see the supply 180 to 90.
Our SCVs are under attack.
And I accidentally pressed the wrong button, stopping vision for Mana. But that's quite alright. We have this sensor tower being placed so we can see anything coming towards his 3rd. A little bit of a zealot attack, but it will be picked off. And now Kaz is on the offensive. Actually, he's going to be pulling back, as he might know about this pylon. Yeah, he does indeed know about this pylon, so he's just going to come take that out, and then I imagine he's going to be pushing after that. He's sitting very, very comfortably on 4 base with his supply doubled. In fact, we can see that it's 112 army supply for Kaz to only 35 of Mana. So Mana's in a huge amount of trouble. The only thing that can save him are just excellent, excellent storms. But now that there are ghosts on the map, let's see, where are those ghosts? I know they are somewhere. But now that there are ghosts in production on the way, on the map, somewhere, here they are, a couple in the back, he can very easily snipe or EMP those High Templar. On 4 base, he can, he has a lot of scans. He's putting down a lot more command centers, so he'll continue to get scans. And he can just continually scan the Protoss' army, see where the High Templar are, and then use his ghost to either snipe or EMP them. And he should be fine at this point. Going to be moving forward, denying this 4th base for Mana. That's going to be so annoying, as Mana just really needs and wants a 4th base, and there, exactly what I was talking about, a scan going down. Will the storms be landed? That is the question. Looks like the High Templar are a little bit clumped together. Oh, and a beautiful scan going down, seeing the army of Mana. Where are the EMPs? The EMPs going down on 3 of the Templar, 1 of them having energy left, and it looks like he sniped that last one, so now Kaz is going to be moving forward, doing a lot of damage. Now stemming the 3rd base will most certainly be going down, as well as most of the Protoss' army, I believe. I don't think he has any more High Templar with energy. A Colossus in a terrible position, going to be going down very quickly, and Mana is just in a whole bunch of trouble here. Kaz moving his army around, trying not to commit too heavily. I think he's still a little bit worried of some hidden Templar scanning his army. Some nice EMPs going down on the Protoss' Zealots. The Zealots are going to crumble very quickly, although 3-3 Zealots are very good against 2-2 Marine Marauder. He might even land these Vikings if he needs to. Yes, the Vikings are going to be going down onto the ground, but the Protoss' army is dead now, and Kaz will be moving forward and most certainly be picking off this this little clump of Zealots. Use these use these Marauders to slow them down. Actually, the Zealot's doing a ton of damage, more than I thought. You really want a lot of Marines in this army to have the high DPS needed to pick off these Zealots. So, Kaz streaming some units down. It looks like he's doing a lot of damage on this natural with mainly just SCVs, which is hilarious. Looked like a... Well, there's a GG. I was going to talk about a feedback on that medevac, which kind of didn't really do anything. But yeah, EmpireKas winning very, very handily. He kind of took Mana by surprise when Mana was going after his 4th. I think that's because Kaz did a lot of little attacks that didn't do any damage, so Mana felt like he was ahead, and even I as a caster kind of felt like he was ahead, but because EmpireKas has such incredible macro, he had that big army at his 4th, and he was able to defend that quite well, especially considering Mana came at a kind of awkward angle. So he was able to kill the army and just kind of push forward and destroy Mana with a very excellent game. So, I think there are only 2 games, so I suppose Kaz moved on from this point, beating Mana 2-0, I believe. If you guys want, you can Google GD Invitational. I think you should be able to find the replays, and if you want to see game number 1. Kaz is an absolutely phenomenal player as well as Mana, so very exciting to cast. So anyway, if you enjoyed this cast, please comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and like the video. And also, if you'd like your own replay cast, please send those in to CadoinkReplays@gmail.com. There will, of course, be a link in the description bar. I absolutely love watching your replays and love casting them. But I hadn't done a pro game in a while, so I thought I would do one, as they're very, very fun to do. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.